It's nice to get Chris some runs. You know, he was cruising along and then was laboring in the sixth. The game was a lot more nerve-wracking than it probably looked, just because you know we had two pitchers available outside of Ritchie, and it was Dylan Lee and Kinley. And I went to get Dylan Lee in the sixth, and I was, you know, planning on like closing with him or pitching him late, but it felt like the game was hung in the balance there in the sixth, and he did an unbelievable job. Comes in and punches out three guys. Then Ritchie did an awesome job because he had to keep pitching, and it was nice. We kept adding on 5 homers. I think that's 9 in the last 2 days. After we little bit of a power drought there, but great win and a lot of contributors. But good to see Chris get the win.
How good is that, or how much of a difference does that make when you can send somebody like that to the mound every however many days,
Yeah.
knowing that, having a really good idea of what you're going to get?
No, I mean, look, I mean, as a manager, it's a really good day when he's pitching. You just feel good about your chances. You feel like virtually every time he's gonna go pretty deep in the game. It's those are great days for me when he's pitching. So and then he's, like I said, he was cruising, he was struggling, he was laboring in that 6th inning. But it was nice that we got him some runs, and we continued adding on.
But just to see Dylan Lee do that again tonight, is that just a reminder that you're just hoping that call comes this week?
Yeah, I really do. It's so difficult for relievers and our closers to make the All-Star team. But he's been one of the best relievers in the game, and he's pitching in high leverage every time he touches the mound. He's facing the toughest part of the orders. He's been incredible. It was good to see him bounce back. The other night, the velo was down a little bit. Stuff wasn't as crisp, and you always worry about the workload. But he comes right back and throws the ball like that. Just having a phenomenal season.
How encouraging was it to see J.R. Ritchie just really getting a grasp of his control?
Yeah. It was, again, it didn't seem like it because of the score, but I think it was 10-3 and Lindor up, and it was 3-0 with the bases loaded. That was a pivotal at bat, and JR ends up coming back and punching him out because he's got to go. I mean, even if he gets in trouble there and he's giving up runs, it's his game at that point, and to get that punch out, that was huge right there. But and JR's done that a couple times. He did it in New York when we were playing the Mets in New York, coming in behind Strider after he got hurt and threw the ball really well. So he's done a nice job for us.
You like the way Riley's bats have been trending?
Yeah. The ball hit the left field. I think 112, one of the hard hit balls all year for us, and then the homer the other way. So look, I mean, he's doing everything in his power to figure this thing out, and it's not harder on anybody than it is on him. And it's good to see. You start to reap the benefits of the hard work. And like I've been saying all year, that the track record is so good and the work ethic is so good that you just feel like he's going to end up turning around and having a strong season. I think there's good examples from a year ago with Ozzie and Michael Harris, really having a tough time in the first half, and then finishing strong and then carrying it over to this year. So I think that's a nice example for Riley to look at.
5 home runs tonight. I believe it was 4 last night, after just some key guys had some power droughts the last couple of weeks. Just what kind of mental boost does the last 2 nights provide?
Yeah, I mean, we've always relied on the home run over the years. This year I felt like the first couple of months we were scoring in a variety of ways, but still, we all like homers. So to hit 9 in the last 2 days. I mean, there's some signs, right, of you know, getting away from June. There's some good signs, and that's probably one of them. We've been scoring runs, we've hit some homers, so yeah. You know, hopefully that thing is getting smaller and smaller. June in the rearview mirror, and then we're getting back to the way we were playing early.
Anything else? See you all right there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.